is going to main event WrestleMania 41 in Las Vegas, Nevada on either April 19th or April 20th. That is the question that will be answered this Saturday as the WWE 2025 Royal Rumble transcends down on Lucas Oil Stadium in Indianapolis, Indiana, the home of the Indianapolis Colts. With over 65,000 potentially in attendance. I gotta tell you, folks, this may be the most unpredictable, at least on the men's side, Royal Rumble in history. Before we get there, we have other matches to cover. Of course, we'll dive into the Women's Royal Rumble match. We'll dive into the undisputed WWE Championship ladder match, but we will start with DIY Johnny Gargano and Tommaso Ciampa defending the WWE Tag Team Championships on the blue brand against Chris Sabin and Alex Selly, the Motor City Machine Guns. Now, this match came about a month ago on SmackDown when DIY was facing the champions at the time, Motor City Machine Guns, for the tag team titles. This was, of course, when Johnny Gargano and Tommaso Ciampa were somewhat feuding with each other. That feud turned out to be a ruse, as Gargano and Ciampa used their fake dislike for each other to turn heel on the Motor City Machine Guns. Johnny Gargano hitting his longtime childhood friend Chris Sabin with a low blow, allowing DIY to retain the undisputed tag team championships. Over the past month, these two have gone back and forth as the Motor City Machine Guns have gotten a couple opportunities to get back their gold, but interference from the likes of Pretty Deadly and Los Garza have kept the tag team titles around the waist of DIY. Hence why we have this 2 out of 3 falls match. Now, both of the last 2 times these two teams have met on the blue brand, they have been instant classics, and I am expecting nothing less here at the Royal Rumble this weekend. This is the way I believe it is going to go down. I think there will be interference from those other tag teams in name. Los Garza, Pretty Deadly. I do think that DIY is going to get the first fall by cheating their way to a fall. I think the Motor City Machine Guns will even it up with a pinfall. We will get to 1v1, and it will come down to eventually can the Motor City Machine Guns put away DIY, which I do believe they will. Again, I think there's going to be interference from both tag teams, but I think at the end of the day, this time DIY will not be able to take advantage. I think the Motor City Machine Guns, MCMG, will take advantage of the distraction. They will be ready for DIY. They will put away Johnny Gargano and Tommaso Ciampa one skull and bones later. And the Motor City Machine Guns, so I remember watching way back in the day in TNA. I am impressed with how over early on they are with the WWE Universe in WWE. I believe they will win the WWE Tag Team Championships at the Royal Rumble. Now, let's go to the ladder match for the undisputed WWE Championship. Of course, Cody Rhodes is undisputed WWE Championship will be hanging above the ring, but also hanging above the ring will be the Winged Eagle Championship, the championship that was gifted to Cody Rhodes by WWE. Excuse me, by WWE Chief Content Officer Paul Triple H Levesque for a Saturday night's main event matchup with Kevin Owens, a matchup that Kevin Owens would lose essentially due to referee interference. He would attack Cody Rhodes after the matchup with a package pile driver, a move that has already taken out Randy Orton, one of Kevin Owens' former best friends. And Kevin Owens has stolen the Winged Eagle Championship. Of course, we all know the storyline between these two guys. Kevin Owens is on a very similar character arc right now to Drew McIntyre over on the Red brand on Monday Night Raw, where Drew McIntyre has been right about everything going on with Roman Reigns and the Bloodline, and Seth Rollins and CM Punk. Well, Kevin Owens has called, excuse me, he has called out Cody Rhodes for teaming with Roman Reigns at the Bad Blood PLE against the new bloodline, if you will. This followed Cody Rhodes defeating Kevin Owens for the Undisputed Championship back at Bash in Berlin, where Cody Rhodes had a knee injury. Kevin Owens, being the nice guy that he was at the time back then, did not want to injure Cody Rhodes. In Kevin Owens' own words, he could have stomped on Cody Rhodes' bad wheel. He could have gave Cody Rhodes a pop-up powerbomb. He could have gave Cody Rhodes a stunner and won the Undisputed Championship. His hesitancy is what cost him that match. And so when Kevin Owens saw Cody Rhodes team with Roman Reigns at Bad Blood, we all know the history between Roman Reigns and Kevin Owens. Kevin Owens finally snapped, attacking Cody Rhodes, which led us to the Saturday Night's main event match, which is what has led us here, because this rivalry now has gotten so personal between Cody Rhodes and Kevin Owens. They don't really care about any of the past friendship they had. That is all out the window. Now it is about destroying each other. Cody Rhodes wants to make it so that Kevin Owens cannot complain about officiating anymore. He wanted a match where he did not have to pin Kevin Owens, where he did not have to submit Kevin Owens, where he could just beat the hell out of Kevin Owens. Hence, this ladder match was made. Now we know about Sami Zayn's involvement as of late with the bloodline and also with this Cody Rhodes Kevin Owens relationship. Sami Zayn, we know his relationship. We know he's very good friends with Cody Rhodes. We thought he used to be, excuse me, good friends with Kevin Owens. It it turns out that that Kevin Owens is still actually good friends with Sami Zayn. Kevin Owens is not blaming Sami Zayn for teaming up with Roman Reigns and the Bloodline at Survivor Series because Sami Zayn has history, good history with Roman Reigns. He was in the Bloodline. He knows the inner workings of Roman Reigns and Jey Uso and Jimmy Uso. And the Bloodline somewhat does respect Sami Zayn. According to Kevin Owens, that same history is not true between Roman Reigns and Cody Rhodes. Obviously, what they've been through the past 2 years at WrestleMania 39 and 40. Now, there is one man who I predicted would come back at Saturday Night's main event and cost Kevin Owens the championship. That did not happen. He has not been seen since October. Of course, I'm talking about Randy Orton. Remember Kevin Owens and Randy Orton had this battle at WWE Crown Jewel that was supposed to take place, and it never took place because they got into a massive brawl, and then the next week on SmackDown, that's when Kevin Owens delivered the package pile driver, the banned devastating maneuver to Randy Orton. That's what set up the match between, as I said, Kevin Owens and Cody Rhodes at Saturday Night's main event. We have not seen Randy Orton since. Now, there's a lot of speculation out there on the internet that Randy Orton is going to return, but that he is not going to cost Kevin Owens. Instead, he is going to cost the American Nightmare Cody Rhodes because he's been looking over Cody Rhodes' shoulder at that Undisputed Championship for months. And he's actually going to aid Kevin Owens and help Kevin Owens win the Undisputed Championship from the American Nightmare. I do not think that's going to be the case. I do think Randy Orton is going to return. I do think he's going to cost Kevin Owens the Undisputed Championship. I think Cody Rhodes does grab both championships and he wins this match. However, with that being said, I do think there is a specific reason why WWE has gone out of their way to specifically mention that in order to win this match, You must grab both championships above the ring. In my opinion, what could happen in this match, and again, I'm not predicting it to happen, but I'm saying it as sort of a bonus prediction here. Kevin Owens grabs one of the championships, probably the Winged Eagle Championship, though it could be the Undisputed Championship. He thinks he's won the match. Or Cody Rhodes only grabs one championship, and Kevin Owens only grabs one championship. And this feud is not resolved yet. I could see that happening. But again, my official prediction is at the end of the day, Randy Orton returns, he RKO's Kevin Owens, and he costs him the match here, leading to Randy Orton versus Kevin Owens at WrestleMania, even though there's all these little pieces in play right now with Sami Zayn. Before we get to the men's Royal Rumble match, let's get to the women's Royal Rumble match. So we take a look right now at the two champions. Rhea Ripley over on Monday Night Raw is the women's world champion. Excuse me, over on front of that SmackDown, we have Tiffany Stratton, who is the WWE Women's Champion. Tiffany Stratton just won that championship on January 3rd by cashing in her Money in the Bank contract on Nia Jax. Rhea Ripley just finished her rivalry with Liv Morgan on January 6th, the debut episode of the Monday Night Raw on Netflix. So, I believe the winner of this match will be one of two people. I believe it will be either Charlotte Flair, who has already been announced for her return, and I think it's very possible we could see Charlotte going after not Rhea Ripley and rematching from WrestleMania 39, but I think Charlotte Flair going after the new princess of WWE, if you will, Tiffy Time, and going after the championship that she essentially never lost, the WWE Women's Championship. And you have Charlotte Flair versus Tiffany Stratton set up that way at WrestleMania 41. The other person that I think could return could be the man, Becky Lynch. Now, the last time we saw the man was the Monday Night Raw after the King and Queen of the Ring PLE in Saudi Arabia. Of course, that PLE featured Liv Morgan winning the Women's World Championship from Becky Lynch due to a Dominic Mysterio distraction. The Monday afterwards, they came out. There was a steel cage match on Raw. Liv Morgan retained the Women's World Championship. And then the kiss around the world happened when she kissed Dominic Mysterio to kickstart that storyline between Liv and Rhea Ripley. I think WWE could go back to essentially to the Rhea Liv Morgan storyline because Becky Lynch is still technically involved in this storyline as well. If you remember, after WrestleMania 40, yes, Rhea Ripley did defeat Becky Lynch at that event to kickstart the entire weekend and retain the Women's World Championship. But the Raw after WrestleMania 40, Liv Morgan attacked Rhea Ripley backstage. That led to Rhea Ripley vacating the Women's World Championship, which was won in a battle royal a week later by the man. Becky Lynch is not finished with Liv Morgan, and I believe that she would want a shot back at the Women's World Championship, now held by Rhea Ripley. What a way for WWE to complete that three-way triangle by doing a triple threat match between Becky Lynch, Liv Morgan, and Rhea Ripley for the Women's World Championship at WrestleMania 41. So those are my two predictors. I do not think there's going to be, sort of a person comes in at number 3 and wins it all like Bayley did last year or like Rhea Ripley did from number 1 the year before. I think it could very well be like a 15, 16-ish, maybe even a 20-ish. I don't think it's going to be too deep in the Rumble, like a 28 or a 29 or a 30, but I think that's going to be the case. I think Nia Jax and Raquel Rodriguez are your two candidates to be the people that eliminate the most people, probably like 8 for Nia Jax, 6 or 7 for Raquel Rodriguez in the match. I think the Iron Woman of the match, which will be the woman who obviously goes the longest in the match, will be Io Sky, the former WWE Women's Champion, as they are really pushing her in the women's division. I could also see Lyra Valkyria having a good performance, as well as Michin, as they try to work that mid card division there on the SmackDown side of things. Some surprise returns. There's been a lot of rumors out there about Nikki Bella. Could she come back to WWE? I think this would be a good spot for her. Do we see Jade Cargill return and sort of kick off the storyline with Jade Cargill and who her attacker was? There's a lot of speculation out there. The attacker is going to be Naomi and not Bianca Belair. And Bianca Belair can win the Royal Rumble, and we get Bianca and Rhea at WrestleMania 41, which to be honest with you, I don't really see personally. I personally do feel like Bianca is going to be Jade Cargill's attacker, and we do get Bianca Belair and we do get Jade Cargill at WrestleMania 41 one-on-one. Do we see like a Michelle McCool? It's possible, a Molly Holly, some of the legends in there, even a Mickey James, maybe now that WWE has their partnership with TNA, which I'll get to a little bit later in the men's Royal Rumble match. I do think the TNA Knockout Champion will make an appearance, and Jordan Gracie, who was a former TNA wrestler who just did sign a multi-year full-time contract with WWE. I believe she will appear in this match. Now, when it comes to the men's Royal Rumble match, I think you really have to separate this with who wins the undisputed WWE Championship ladder match. If Cody Rhodes is the champion, I think the possibilities are John Cena, CM Punk, Roman Reigns, and the final boss, Dwayne The Rock Johnson. If Kevin Owens wins the undisputed WWE Championship, I think your options then go to Drew McIntyre, John Cena, Sami Zayn. To me, would be the favorites in that scenario. I do think that there's going to be a lot more, excuse me, of a storyline focus on the men's Royal Rumble match. Think about all the people. Excuse me. Think about all the people that are currently in this match that have a storyline together. Roman Reigns, CM Punk, Jey Uso, Seth Rollins, Drew McIntyre, Sami Zayn, Solo Sikoa, Jacob Fatu. Those are just 8 superstars right there. You went on top of that, John Cena. And I do think that there's going to be a lot of storyline interacting in this match. I think that Joe Hendry, the new TNA World Heavyweight Champion, will be in this match. I think Pat McAfee, being from Indianapolis, Indiana, will be coming from commentary. He will be in this match. I do think the situation with Pat McAfee and Corey Graves is a work. I think Corey Graves will be a surprise entrant in this match. Corey Graves will eliminate Pat McAfee. We will get a Corey Graves versus Pat McAfee match at WrestleMania 41. I do think the New Day will have a good showing in this match. Kofi Kingston will do one of his patented Royal Rumble saves. This time, though, obviously he will be booed. The New Day will end up eventually being eliminated by the returning Big E, which will lead us to a Big E, Kofi Kingston, Xavier Woods, New Day triple threat match at WrestleMania 41. Then it comes down to the winner. And what do you believe? I know you guys have probably heard me say this before. In my opinion, I think the night one main event of WrestleMania 41 will be for the World Heavyweight Championship. Will feature the Reign General Gunther against against the 16-time world champion John Cena, as John Cena tries to complete his quest for championship number 17. Now, I do not think that Mr. Cena is going to win the Royal Rumble to do so. I want to see John Cena desperate for one last chance at the World Heavyweight Championship. I want to see John Cena go on in the Elimination Chamber, win that match, and that's how he gets to Gunther in the night one main event of WrestleMania. So again, I already have Cody Rhodes winning the Undisputed WWE Championship water match. So what leads us then to who wins the 2025 Men's Royal Rumble match? I believe that Kevin Owens will go berserk and off the deep end. He will attack Sami Zayn. He will eventually eliminate Sami Zayn. Maybe Randy Orton comes out. There's going to be some scenario with Randy Orton, or maybe Kevin Owens just eliminates Randy Orton from the Rumble, and that is how we get, Kevin Owens and Randy Orton at WrestleMania. Maybe Sami Zayn gets involved there. I do not know. I think the final four in this match is going to come down to Roman Reigns, CM Punk, Drew McIntyre, and Seth freaking Rollins. Could you imagine the history between those four superstars? Reigns, Punk, Cena, Reigns, Punk, Rollins, McIntyre. I think Cena will be in the final five, where he will be eliminated by Drew McIntyre. Then I think it comes down to CM Punk will eliminate Drew McIntyre. It leads Roman Reigns, CM Punk, Seth freaking Rollins in the ring for the Royal Rumble. We know again the history between those three wrestlers. Will we find out the eventual favor that Paul Heyman owes CM Punk? I don't know if that's the case. Maybe, it comes down to I think Punk may help eliminate Seth Rollins. And then we get to Roman Reigns and CM Punk. And I know there's some speculation out there that Paul Heyman may turn on Roman Reigns at that point. That's the favor that, Heyman owes CM Punk. CM Punk wins the Royal Rumble. I do not believe that's going to be the case. I think Roman Reigns goes over here on CM Punk. CM Punk is eliminated from the Royal Rumble. Roman Reigns is declared the winner of the 2025 Royal Rumble match. And then, if you smell, hits the Lucas Oil Stadium to a thunderous pop. The Rock comes down to the ring, shakes Roman Reigns' hand, throws him then over the top rope, grabs a microphone, and declares the winner of the 2025 Royal Rumble, Dwayne The Rock Johnson, the final boss. And I think The Rock will eventually reveal that he uses TKO Port Power to be number 31 entrant in the men's Royal Rumble match so that he can get his shot at getting the championship back that Roman Reigns never could, because Roman Reigns now befriended Cody Rhodes, who is not his friend. He's the enemy. The Rock, which is acting during the January 6th edition of Monday Night Raw on Netflix. And I think that's how we can eventually get to a triple threat match to main event the final match to go on night 2 of WrestleMania 41. The undisputed champion Cody Rhodes, Roman Reigns, and The Rock. If The Rock is not going to wrestle WrestleMania 41, I think it will be obvious because I don't think he'll show up at the Royal Rumble. If that does not happen, I could see two likely scenarios. I could see Roman Reigns winning the Royal Rumbles, so we get Cody versus Roman 3, and we can truly see who is the true dominant, undisputed face of WWE. Or, because of that promo those two men cut this past Monday night on Raw, I could see the American Nightmare against the Second City Saint because CM Punk told Cody Rhodes he's losing all his friends the way CM Punk did when he left WWE a decade ago. And that he's going to stab Cody Rhodes in the front. And that Cody Rhodes wants to be a superhero. He wants to be John Cena and sign all the autographs and do all these things. But what happens when Cody Rhodes loses the Undisputed Championship? Are we setting up a potential heel turn down the line for the American Nightmare if he loses the Undisputed Championship to CM Punk at WrestleMania 41? That's what that promo on Monday Night Raw signaled to me could happen. So, to recap, my 2025 WWE Royal Rumble predictions. I had the Motor City Machine Guns winning the Undisputed Tag Team Championships in the 2 out of 3 Falls match from DIY. I have Cody Rhodes retaining the Undisputed Championship against Kevin Owens via Randy Orton interference. I have Becky Lynch winning the 2025 Women's Royal Rumble match, which will eventually set up a triple threat match with her, Liv Morgan, and Rhea Ripley for the Women's World Championship at WrestleMania 41. And I have Roman Reigns or The Rock. I'm going to go with The Rock winning the 2025 Men's Royal Rumble match because Roman Reigns will win the match. The Rock will throw him over the top rope, declaring himself as a part of the TKO board, entrant number 31. It sets up Roman, Rock, Cody, WrestleMania 41, triple threat match, night 2. Like that clip from the Brand's World podcast? If so, make sure you go down there and hit that subscribe button. While you're down there hitting the subscribe button, make sure to also hit the notification bell so you never miss another upload. And make sure you check out all the other clips from the Brand's World podcast right here on YouTube.